there's a locals here that does Edison stuff that I go to maybe once a month. It's not that close to me, so I can't go like that often, but
Yeah.
I'll stop in, and it's I've met a lot of the guys here that play often, and it's cool. And so like it's like a 5 round locals or something, and it's like we're 2 or 3 rounds in. This guy wins his match, and he starts, just like talking, like you guys can imagine because you've been to like a locals before.
Yes.
But this guy's just like talking to basically no one. He's like, yo man, this deck is sick. Like he's playing Synchro Cat, like very classic Synchro Cat, Spy, Hamster, everything. And he's like, this deck is sick, man. Like y'all are sleeping on this deck. And everyone else there who I don't really know this guy. I don't go there that often. Everyone else there seems to know this guy. And they're like, haha, like, nah, man, it's okay, He's like, nah, man, y'all are sleeping on it. Like this is one of the best decks in the format, but y'all wouldn't know that because like you don't know how to play it right. And everyone's like, no, you're wrong. And I am also sitting there being like, nah, dude, like it just ain't it. Like, yeah, but I'm not being rude. No one's being rude, to be honest.
Right.
Like, we're just like, nah, man, that's not the best deck. Come on. But maybe I say like one more, like maybe I get into it a little bit more. I'm like, nah, man, I think it's better than people give it credit for, but it's definitely not one of the best. Like you're capping, like whatever.
Right. And you're definitely, like, by the way, that's definitely the little brother move. Like, oh, you know what? It is kind of better than people say it is. Yeah, right. But
yeah.
You're trying to pacify. Yeah, I get it.
But he's like, you play for money, and I'm like,
oh no.
If you're going to play like Synchro Cat, then yes.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's what's going through my mind. I'm like, I will play this guy. And I was like, yeah, because I've been asking around people at this locals. Like, I play a lot online for money, and I've been asking around the locals, like, I want to play people for money. And so this guy's offering. I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, how much do you want to play for? And me, being an asshole, I just say literally any amount.
Yes,
those are the words that come out of my mouth. And this guy says, oh, and reaches into his backpack, which is sitting on the table, pulls out $10,000 like in a band. Like he pulls out like 10 racks, like
no
in cash.
Fucking way.
All right. So
and just like slams it on the table. And I was like, okay, like you got me. Like honestly, yeah. I'm not gonna play you for $10,000.
Yeah, like that's a bit much. Like that is a bit much.
Like in theory, I would love to play you for $10,000. I would destroy you. But I'm not
like 10K.
But when you win, do you really win? Is the issue. Like, are you leaving that Brooklyn local with $10,000 cash? Are you making it home?
Dude, yeah, exactly.
I would not
so
trust,
many things.
I would not trust playing someone in New York for $10,000 cash.
There was
many
a lot
layers. So many layers to
situation.
why.
But what was also funny is then I do end up playing him, right? After the tournament, I'm like, okay, I still will play you for money. Let's do like $50.
Yeah, something. Let's be reasonable humans about this.
Yeah, which is honestly, that's about as much as I ever want to play for. Like,
yeah,
it feels within the realm of like, okay, if I lose
it depends.
Due to Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit, then
right. It depends on how well I know the person. For me, and like,
yeah.
Like, do I know that does this guy pay up? Will he pay up? Does he have the money to pay up? Because I like to play for hundreds at a time if I'm going to play.
Sure.
I and I'm not saying like $500. I'm saying like 100 a round or whatever.
Yeah. 100.
That's fine too.
Yeah, that's not crazy. That's not like too ridiculous. And it's like I have to be comfortable with the person, because what people like to do is you beat them and then they want to run it back, right? And you have to give them the opportunity to win their money back. But like, here's what I do not like. So you get one run back with me, okay? So we're either going to go even now, or I'm getting your $200.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there and play you
no.
until you get your money back and you break even. And some people seem to think that's how it works, and they feel like if you don't give them infinite chances, you took their money and you left with their money, and it's like this whole thing that I don't even do that anymore, because it gets so weird, because I've watched other people get in these weird situations where it's like you're trying to take my money, and like I'm like, bro, he played you twice, he beat you twice, and that's it. Like, how many times do you think it's okay to run it back? And then every time, and then people try to do like the casino scam where they're like, okay, run it back after they lost twice, so they're down 200. Now they want to play for 400. And it's
that's when this is what I would do, right? We run it back and I go, okay, we played for 100 twice. Like, all right, now we'll play for 50. So
yeah, like, you can only get some of it.
You can only get some of it back.
But yeah, people are like, oh, I want to double now. So now they want to play for 400, and it's like, bro, then what was the point of me winning those first two rounds? Like, If I lose this, then I'm down 200 now. Like, what the fuck? And so I just it's the whole thing is stupid. But you end up playing him after you said.
I beat him. I beat him twice. I beat him, and then I asked if he wanted to run back, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I just did value things. Synchro Cat is not really a real deck, but
yeah.
And I beat him twice, and he just like reaches into his bag, pulls 100 off the stack, hands it to me, and he's like, all he says to me is like, "You could have been up 20K." And I was like, I guess I could have. I guess I could have, bro.
I will never know. I can't. I don't think I can.
Honestly, I need to know more incredible things that's happening.
I need to know, like, what kind of human is that? Like, he was just.
Dude, he's a character.
You could have been up 20K is wild.
I feel like I know the person because I know basically every duelist in New York. Like,
yeah,
I pretty much know everybody in New York. So I probably know the person. I probably know the people that he knows. I know James Chow, who's like in New York, New Jersey, New York area.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, we have full video versions of our podcast episodes available on the IMNerd Patreon, as well as exclusive content.
If you'd like to listen to our full podcast episodes or find us on any other social media platforms, you can do so by clicking the link tree below.